Hi guys, welcome back to Future Dimensions 360. As you know, in our last tutorial we had learned about GitHub in details, how we can push, pull and clone the Git repos through GitHub remote repositories we had learned in detail. In today's tutorial, we will be learning how we can use Git GUI by using Visual Code along with a bit summary of all our lectures that we had learned in this tutorial series. This is the final tutorial for today's tutorial series. I hope you guys had enjoyed it. Let's go ahead and try to summarize what we had learned in all this series and how we can use Git and GitHub by using graphical user interface of Visual Code. Let's move forward and try to check what is the architecture of Git. We had learned that there is first phase of Git architecture or Git version control that is named as workspace, where we will be keeping all of our code. Second step or second phase is called staging, where we will be passing the file initially as soon as we are changing it will keep track on changed, unchanged and newly created file. Third phase is called local repository, in which we will be passing or pushing or committing. Sorry, you can mainly say committing. The terminology is commit. So you can use commit command, and committing will be the terminology for local repository. You can commit your code in the local rep. Lastly, over the network, there is GitHub available that will manage your remote repository. By the help of that, you can communicate or collaborate within your team members. So you can use pull, push and clone command to communicate over the network. So this is the actual architecture of version control system that we had learned. Some basic commands we had learned that includes git add. Git add will allow us to add any kind of file from working space to your staging area. Then commit will let you to commit any kind of code or changes you have done and that is already in your staging area should be pushed to your local repository. Push is the command that will allow us to push your changes or your code from your local repository towards your remote repository. Then pull is the command that allows you to pull any available changes inside the remote repository that is being done by any other developer. Clone is the command that will allow you to clone the repository locally in your machine for the first time. That repo or that code is not available in your local machine. Git status is the command that will let you to check the status, current status of the Git. Git log is the command that will let you to understand the log. You can check the commits, commit IDs, their time, comments and all that stuff. Git merge is a command that will allow you to merge two branches. Git branch is the command that will allow you to understand which branch you are and the list of branches. And git checkout is the command that will allow you to switch between branches or to create new branch. But Git branch will help you to create new branch as well. So let's move forward and try to learn how we can use graphical user interface of Git by using Visual Code. I will move forward to my Visual Code. This is my Visual Code and an empty directory is available inside my Visual Code that is named as Git currently. So here we are in our Visual Code. We are having a project open or simple folder that we had created named as Git. Nothing is available inside my Visual Code. First of all, what I have to do here is, if I will navigate to my source control, the third tab in my left menu, I will be seeing some sort of initialize repository or publish to GitHub or anything. First of all, what we have to do is we have to initialize an empty repo. By clicking on that, we will be able to create an empty repository inside my folder. If I'll come back, I will be having an empty repository inside my folder. I will just open a new smart finder folder, or I will open new smart window, and if I will move to my desktop, and there is Git folder, this one you guys can see an empty .git folder is available here. So that's mean my empty Git repo is initialized. So if I will move forward to my code and I will here let's do something. I will open source code. Whatever I have in my current folder, I want that to be available or to be pushed to my GitHub remote repository. So for that one, first of all, I will say first commit. The first step is to pass these changes to my local repository. First of all, there is no staged to commit. So whatever is available inside my or changes available inside my code, I want them to be staged as well and commit as well directly. As soon as I will say yes, it will put first commit in my local repository. Second step is to publish this branch. As soon as I will click publish this branch, it will tell me to just open, because this Jawad Rana 365 is my Git account and I have logged in my Git account by using Visual Code. If you guys haven't logged in, it will ask you to add username and password to log into your GitHub account, and simply it will tell you like what is the repo name you want online. Let's say I want Git tutorial, let's say, and I want it to be published. As soon as I will click publish, it will ask me for the password of my GitHub of my machine. Wait a while. Yeah, so it will ask me for the publish, and the successfully published to Jawad Rana Git tutorial. As soon as I will say open GitHub, you guys can see my remote repo is open directly. So let's do something. I will create a new file here. Create a new file called I am a new file from remote repo. As soon as I will say new file 1, I will say commit changes and create new file 1. As soon as I will commit changes, I had done some changes in my remote repo. Now I want that to be in my local machine. How I can do that is I will simply click on 3 dots. I will say pull any update available in my remote repo. I will pass the password again to allow. So as soon as I will pass the password, it will pull the remote repo in my local machine. As soon as I will go to Explorer, I will say new file. I will see new file 1, and I am a new file from remote repo that is being created inside the remote repository. Let's do something. Let's create another file here, new file 2, and I will say I am a new file from local repo. I will hit save. I will go back to my source control. Inside this, I will say create new file 2 and simply commit, and I have to do staged as well and commit as well together. So this is commit already, and as soon as I will sync the changes, it will be passed or it will be pushed to my remote repo, or I can use push from here as well. Up to you, whatever you want to use. So see the action will pull and push commits from and origin main branch. Okay, so as soon as I will hit OK, it will ask me to put my password for my PC. For your case, if you are using Windows, it will mostly not ask you, but if you guys are not using Windows, if Mac, sometime it will ask you to give you the password. I had pushed, so if I will go back to my Google Chrome and reload my repo, and you guys can see I have new file 2 and create file 2 is my next comment. If I will click it, I will see I am a new file from local repo. So this is how you can use Git GUI. You can use push command, pull command, clone command, check out to specific branches list will appear here. If you click fetch command, commit, changes, push pull, branch, remote, stash, tags, means all the commands, those are available for Git version control. You will be able to push or you will be able to use those commands by using your Visual Code. Some basic I had explained here. Let's say push, pull, commit, and publishing the repo. Clone we haven't, but you can use clone as well. So that's it for today's tutorial, and that's it for this series of GitHub. It was very basic and for beginners. I hope the beginners will be able to understand and get good knowledge about GitHub from this series. I will be bringing another series related to 3JS Fiber on React.js. Stay tuned, guys. We will be seeing you in that series. I'll be seeing you in that series. Until then, please don't forget to like and subscribe our channel, and take care. Goodbye.